Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. We had so much activity this past weekend, it was amazing. Here at the Jefferson Palace Hotel, we do paranormal investigations on the weekends from 10:30 to about midnight. And we gather up guests, they buy the tickets, and we pick several rooms to do investigations. First, we'd like to announce our new name change. You probably noticed I started the video as Jefferson Palace Hotel. We were formerly called the Historic Jefferson Hotel. As we bought the hotel about 5 years ago, we changed the name to the Historic Jefferson Hotel. Previous to that, it was known as the Jefferson Hotel, but we have now named it the Jefferson Palace Hotel. Fits our theme a little bit better with our eclectic antique collection, the oddities, the paranormal activity, and something you have to experience when you come here. But let's jump right into it. We did our investigations. We started off by using tape recorders. And I like using tape recorders during our investigations. We do use a bunch of gadgetry, but the tape recorders pick up so much more than your digital recorder, and it's digital, or it's not digital tape, it's analog, so we get some better EVPs with it. Let's see what this one is.
Turn up all the lights. Listen to the natural ambience, the natural noises of the building.
That was one of the creepiest ones. It had such a deep voice to it. It was an EVP, it was over our voice. I don't know if you heard it. It was talking over us, like I said, but it sounds like it says room 4, really deep. I'll play it again.
Listen to the natural ambience, the natural noises the building makes.
Now, what's interesting is nobody reacted to this voice, and it's because it was an EVP. We didn't hear it at the time. I'll play it one more time. It's a deep room 4 voice.
Listen to the natural ambience, the natural noises the building makes.
That was pretty creepy. Let's move on. This was the mirror room, room 6. This is all of our guests during the investigation. And what we're doing is we are actually taking pictures around the mirror room. Now, this one right here, we didn't really get much in there, but I want you to look at this mirror here, because the first night we actually did get something in there, and I'll show you where that is right here. Look up in that mirror, same mirror. The light refraction is going to be a little different because the flashes and things, but there was something there in the mirror that time. Then also, almost looks like something sitting on that mirror with little legs dangling. I don't know what that is. And then if we scroll around, there was another one somewhere. Yes, down here. Reflection in this mirror looked like two people sitting there. So I thought that was interesting because we have that control photo right here where, you know, nothing really matches up. However, I do acknowledge it is a little different because of the lighting. But let's move on to our next audio clip.
Okay, if that was you, can you make a noise in that bathroom for us?
And that was definitely a response. What we did here is we have a microphone in the bathroom. It's a wireless microphone, and we're all listening in live. So we kind of give the spirit its own safe space. And at this point, no one was in the bathroom. We were all outside of it, and we asked, you know, could you make a noise in the bathroom, and it did that.
Can you make a noise in that bathroom for us?
So that was a pretty good reaction. Let's go to the next.
For any kind of communication, naturally, a noise, a knock.
Actually, I'm going to save this one for last, because this one has a whole story. That one was crazy. That's the mirror again. Let's see what this is. Weird. This video here, we're in a section of the hotel, the kitchen area, which is a very haunted hotspot. in our hotel here, the kitchen. And this is the first time we've actually had a group in this area. There was a disembodied whistle that's about to happen. Nobody knew where it was. We asked around. Tickets are $25 a person for this investigation. It's very serious. So, I was a little annoyed that someone was whistling and nobody was fessing up to it. But then we realized, well, maybe it really wasn't a person. It was a disembodied whistle. Here we go.
So, 42 minutes?
Who's that?
No. So there it is again.
42 minutes?
Who's
You
that?
can clearly hear the whistle.
So, 42 minutes?
Who's that?
So that was a good one. You clearly heard the whistle, but again, we asked around. People were videoing. We asked if we could review the video. Nobody was whistling in that little area, so that was a pretty good one. So I can get up. See what this is.
Do you want to spare box? Yes, please. Okay, go ahead and ask again, and then we'll ask your question.
There was a guest that was with us. She stayed for a couple days, and she was very into the paranormal. For some reason, she asked this question, is there a sultan here? I guess that was the name that came to her. And immediately when we turned on the spirit box, it said sultan. And you can tell from people's responses how clear it was. It's not super clear in this audio, but I'm going to play it.
Go ahead and ask again, and then we'll ask your question. Go on.
Is there a sultan with us?
You could tell everybody was excited.
And we'll ask your question. Go on.
Is there a sultan with us?
So that was a pretty good one. Now I'm going to go to the best one of the night. Let me back up and believe it was, let me see.
Communication naturally, a noise, a knock, a move.
This requires a whole story. Let me check here and make sure. Yeah. We're all in the mirror room, which is this room right here. And we're in complete darkness. And our tour guide, Rocky, was asking for a noise of some type. This is going to be hard to explain, but there was some type of energy burst that followed. It was the loudest noise. I don't even know if I could take a bowling ball from the very top of the ceiling and drop it down to create this noise. It came from the middle of the room. Some people said it came from other spots. Now, it went through people's bones, the shockwave of this noise. The craziest thing, though, is when I played it back on the tape recorder, it wasn't there. No, sorry, it was there. The first time I played it back, everybody witnessed how loud it was. But then I played it back to record it so I could do a video like this. And it had muted itself, kind of disappeared. Anyways, you can hear the people's reaction. There's going to be some cussing and things like that. Everybody ran towards the door. We had 14 people, and they all, herded towards the door trying to get out because of this noise. It was. I've never experienced anything like it. I, again, was a little annoyed because I thought, we're in complete darkness. I thought someone might have banged on the wall. But then shortly after that, we all started realizing how loud it was. No one could create that bang. So let me play it now.
For any kind of communication naturally, a noise, a knock, a move, a touch, anything like that. Here we go, starting now.
Someone did that.
Okay, so it was amazing. You could tell by our responses, everybody was, in a state of disbelief. Now, like I said, it muted itself. I don't know why, because like I said, I played it back and everything was fine the first time I played it back. Second time to do a recording like this, the bang muted itself right here. Right there. It was almost like two bangs. It was in like the ultrasonic and infrasonic spectrum. That's what it felt like to me. But play it one more time. So, it was a great weekend. Thanks for everybody that came out. If you want to come experience something like this, of course, we can't guarantee it's going to happen like this every time, because there's sometimes we do investigations, nothing happens at all. But this weekend just happened to be both nights of just nothing but evidence. If you would like to join us, go to jeffersonpalace.com and you can book a room with us.